Hey everybody, Twin Diggers here, Pat and Pam.
Yeah!
Today is Saturday, November 16th, and we are back at the farmstead finishing up a dump hole that we started last week. So we're done with the hole, and we just wanted to show you some more items that we pulled out today. Pan, if you want to pan over to the jars.
I sure will.
I think I lost count at 90. And again, those are all food product jars, some beer bottles. I think there's some Worcestershire sauce or something there, radish.
Something, yeah.
But we carried 4 buckets out last weekend, and that is in a recycle bin, and these will be brought out also by the end of today, and we'll get that out of here. So it felt good to get more things out of the ground that can be recycled or that we can use to repurpose. We found some fun kids things and a couple of surprises we didn't anticipate. So it's real windy here today. I'm hoping that it won't interfere with our microphone. So we're going to get down to try to stay out of the wind, and so you can hear me a little clearer. Ready, sis?
I'm ready.
All right.
Where do you want to start?
Well, start over on this side. Pam had a lot of fun pulling out this old bike, and this seat came out. It says Rally on it. Does anyone remember that, or what time frame that would be?
I've never seen a seat that big before.
Yeah. So there's
Isn't
the bottom
that crazy?
of it.
Look at that thing.
And then we found part of the old
Fender,
fender on there, and this would have gone down and attached to the frame. We didn't find the frame though.
Well, who knows? Maybe it's there.
Yeah. And this must have been on the back of the bike. I remember these lifted up, and I don't know if I can get it there.
Yeah.
You put stuff in there and clamp it down, and like your backpack or...
Well, back then, probably school books, maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I'm kind of amazed that that actually still is opening. And of course, what would be a bike without a kickstand? A little bike parts, and of course, a little throttle.
Oh, yeah. Probably the little brake handle, right?
Yeah. And then, of course, all the gears.
Look at that.
Isn't that fun? So, well, we found almost a complete bike. So, a lot of fun there.
I don't know. I might be taking that gear with me. That, you know how I collect gears.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That one's
Especially since it came from a bike.
sure. It's kind of in rough shape, but... And then we found some reflectors. This is kind of roached. It was yellow, but this would have been in something. And if we found reflectors here last time, but we found another square one. This probably went to the bike, and here's a little round one. Does it say there? I can't. Go. It's got some writing around it. I can't quite make it, but yeah. So we got a little of that too. And then in our last video, we found a large stone for sharpening tools, knives. And look at here, we found these 2 smaller ones. So I know the owners will really like this, because we found another one a while back that he really liked. So now he's gonna have 3 more after our dig here out of this hole. I found an old golf ball. I mean, we find them in the woods when we're metal detecting, but I didn't think we'd find one in a pit. It says Robin Hood. I've never heard of that brand. It must be old. So, and we'll start going this way now.
Okay.
Sickles. There were a lot of these. We didn't show them all. And then these are my favorite sickle. And again, it reminds me of a cross. I don't know why, but this one was in really good shape. I just can't believe how heavy this iron is. We found another drill bit and a small file and some kind of a wrench. I don't know if the head's just all mucked up on it or not, but it's in pretty bad shape. Probably why it got tossed. And this is without a doubt probably the biggest nut we have ever found. Look at the size of that thing. It's just honking. That was funny. This thing I don't know, some kind of a gear or something. It's got little heads all around it that it's affixed to, so I'm guessing this is something that moved. That was fun. We found this honking spike type nut bolt. I'm not sure what it is. It's got a square head on it. And we found these before, and I wish we could identify what they are, but it's just a heavy iron ring. So we got that. And Pam had this fun find. Look at the old head on that thing. Look at that. Could be a weapon. So that was fun.
That is just humongous.
Yeah, we haven't found one that big with a crank on it.
That.
This is all busted up, some piece of iron, and has a 1136 on it. And this was kind of weird. It's some kind of a coil cover, like maybe to a radiator off of some implement machinery. Because it looks like this is like a thermostat maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, that thing was a honker.
Yeah, and then on the top, see how the holes are?
Yeah, there was
like
three.
it was releasing something.
Releasing steam.
Yeah, there's 5 holes there. Interesting.
Yeah, and this old ratchet, I'm sure there was straps around this and it was used for something. And then we found this poor worn out chain, all in big clumps. Some of this was in a fire, and it looks like there's stuff that's stuck on it. Those were heavy. And then here's another big one I found. Just another big piece of the chain. And this little weird doodad was on something. Not sure what that was. And then up here we found a little shovel. And I thought that was fun. Pam thought it was a license plate at first when she pulled it out.
It looks like it's a child's shovel. See
Yeah.
how the wood is broken off?
Yeah, this
In
is
there?
actually, it's burnt, so.
That is so neat.
And then I can't reach over there, but we found another part
Yeah.
to a wringer dryer. And in
Washer.
washer.
Yeah.
And in our last video, I mistakenly said it was from 1929. And Pam posted pictures on our Facebook page. It actually is from 1921. I also found another large roller, and I just didn't even put it here, but...
You're wrong again.
What?
It's 1912.
Oh.
Hey, maybe if we find another part to it, we can finally get the date right.
You're right. You're
Yeah.
the one who found it. Sorry.
That's
I'm
okay.
a little tired. We've been out here all day. So anyway,
All right,
that
where
was
do you want
pretty
to
cool.
Where do you want to
We'll
go
start
next
up
now?
here again, and
Okay,
then
let me
go
come
that way.
forward.
Got her?
Yep, I think so.
Okay. Pam pulled this out, and this was
That is
fun.
cool.
Norwegian oil paste, and it's for waterproofing leather.
It's beautiful tin. Just
that can.
gorgeous. Look at that.
And this I'm gonna save. This can be saved. So it says made by Norwegian leather. So that was cool, sis.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
We just got a huge gust of wind here.
Yeah, it'll die down. And I found this little Camaro car emblem. That was cute. A little tire, but we didn't find the truck for it. And then Pam pulled out these fun little kids' toys. I'm sure they were modeled, put together, but they're ships, and they're kind of fun looking. And this thing,
That looks like an airplane of some kind.
yeah,
with a
this
flap.
was really busted up. It looked like that. And then there's pieces here that must have all fit in.
Probably
and
for
then-
the wings, I would think.
Yeah, and then this is must be some tail piece.
Yeah, there's like
Two
jet
pieces.
engines or something on it.
Oh, it was kind of fun. We don't find stuff like this normally, but it looked like it was all pieces put together. And this is probably the smallest, thinnest shoehorn or horseshoe that we've ever pulled out, and it does have holes going around it.
And it does have the
I don't know if you
little,
can-
kind of
can't
the
see
little
it if I
grip
hold
on
it
it.
up.
There.
No idea what this would have been for. This was a dairy farm. So that's real interesting. And I know it's hard to see, but you can see the holes going around it, whatever that was affixed to. Or maybe it just looks like a horseshoe and it was for some other type of part. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that is weird.
And this big piece of lead that we found, and that thing bends back and forth. So, found that. And then Pam found this copper wiring, must have went attached to a battery. That's all copper. That can be recycled for some money. We're getting hit with
Buckthorn berries.
buckthorn berries.
Yeah, see them?
You know, we talk about buckthorn and how terrible it is and how we have to clear so much of the area just so we can get in there. And what they do is in the fall, they drop these little grape berries and they just reseed the land, and the birds come and get them and eat them and, you know, crap them out somewhere, and they just start all over again. And that's why it's just a horrible thing that we're dealing with here in our state.
Mm-hmm.
You almost literally have to do burns to just kill them and kill the roots. So it's unfortunate. And we always like to find old cans. So this is an oldie, an old Diet Pepsi. That was in good shape when it came out. And of course, start in this little row. Look at that. That came out of the hole just like that. Old headlight lamp. So it's funny how the earth holds things and it doesn't break. And we found several light bulbs also, but we didn't display them. And then these cute little bottle, I think this was paint for probably the toys. We found several different kinds of these.
Like model.
Yeah, like little
paint,
model
maybe.
paint.
Yeah.
And this was really a fun one. It is hard finding little bottles, especially amber.
Yeah.
You can tell it was probably maybe aspirin or something. There's powder residue in there. And this is fun. We love finding little ones. They're so fun to display. And then we'll start here because you're reaching. More silverware. We found this spoon and it's got a lot of goop on it, like it was used for something. And on here it says international. We found international before, but different styles on there. This one, this fork is really roached, and it's stainless steel, obviously. We found a lot of silverware here. Here's a real nice spoon. It's bent here, but that was nice. Northland stainless steel again on there. And then here's another little design. It's the same set, and again Northland stainless steel. So it was fun. It's always fun finding silverware. I found this button and it's got leather on it. It's a leather button with a shank. I thought that was kind of fun. So we don't find too many buttons. And this was probably, I'm going to start going back now.
Okay.
This was, Pam found this and it was just covered in dirt and all kinds of stuff. So I spent some time cleaning it as best as I could. It's real heavy plate and it has like a dragster car on it. You can see the engine coming out of the roof or the hood and the big tires on it. I'm not sure what this was for, and I'm anxious to give this to the owners and see if they remember what this was for. That was pretty cool. It was something we never even thought we would find here. And this was kind of fun. This is an old little kid's hockey glove, and CCM was just like everything was CCM brand when we were growing up.
But
what I thought was fun is they had Bobby Hull's signature on it. And if any of you are hockey fans, you know Bobby Hull is the ultimate. And so that was kind of fun to find too. And then back here, just this old seized type hinge.
really cool.
It almost has a spring. It's like a spring hinge. And I don't know what that would have been used for, but that was interesting. And then I'll come up this way. Pam pulled this out. Unfortunately, it's broke, and but it's very thick, and I know it's hard to see, but it says "I love and then it has milk, and then Lando Lakes down below it. Well, Lando Lakes, most of you know who that is. They are here in our state. That's where it started, and we still have a lot of plants that are around here. And of course, again, this was a dairy farm, so somehow they must have acquired that milk. I would think it would be used for milk.
Well,
or-
the good thing is it's one clean break,
yeah.
and it can be repaired. And this is so heavy.
Yeah.
You can just see the thickness.
Yeah, if
It's-
you know, if you
it's
wanted to use it
unbelievable.
for a showpiece. You know, in our last video, we found a crock. It was a gallon, and it was broken in 3 pieces, and we actually found all 3, and I glued it all back, and I dropped that off to the owner this morning, and they were ecstatic. Along with the other Atlas mason jar we found, and it just goes to show, you know, this might be a 70s, 80s dump we're in, but things are getting thrown that are a lot older. And this is, you know, in particular, this old lid, and of course it's got the painted glass on it, and this was probably some kind of a candy jar, maybe. And then I'll get back to this, but this Atlas, we found another. Now this already had a crack, but we don't care. We're still going to wash this up, and you can put things in it. And this, you know, this dates from the late 30s, early 40s. So you just don't know. It has the dropped A on it, which helps date it, and it has really high embossing on it. So another fun find there. And then we always like to kind of put our little household stuff together. Pam found this, and it's Butler Gum Travel Toothbrush.
And then the bottom of the toothbrush goes in for the handle. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, that goes in there.
Look at that.
And when you're done, whoosh, put it back in there. That was fun.
Yeah.
We found so many Crest tubes. It's just fun to see what comes out of the ground. Everything that we find tells a story. It tells a story of the kids growing up here, and the fruit products that they ate, and the things that they played with, and that's what's fun. As far as retrieving some of this history, it does bring back memories, and I'm sure it is for them as well. So I know we would love to find things of ours too when we were little that were, you know, thrown out, but that's what makes the fun of it. And then we have another piece of this real pretty strawberry dish, and it just has a little just a little bit on there. We can't make out what that is. I think this was probably some kind of a serving dish.
Probably 70s, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then of course all the bones. These are bigger today, Pam.
Yes, a lot of big bones today.
I don't think they're human.
No.
I thought these were kind of fun. These are like petrified, and they look like hearts. So that was different. And then I'm gonna have Pam we found this honking, another manure spreader chain, and it's long and it's all movable, but it's heavy, so we're not gonna lift it up right now. And then I think I overlooked that old bucket.
I believe you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, old galvanized bucket. The bottom is out of it,
Yeah.
but it's neat.
Yeah.
Real neat.
So what's next? We've got to fill in the hole, which is going to take us a little while. We were down about 6 feet.
Yep.
And then we got to gather all this stuff up. We've got to carry out the bottles to recycle. And the day is still fairly young, so we're gonna go out and start metal detecting once we get this cleaned up. We're looking to be back tomorrow. This will be our last weekend that we will be able to get out and metal detect.
Last weekend of 2024.
Yeah, we've got a big cold front that's moving in here, and you can feel it today. So we are bundled, but a lot of fun finds, sis. Another fun day hanging out together.
Yeah, it was good.
So that's all we have. If you see anything you recognize, especially this Ford plate, what that would have been for, you know, leave us a comment, and we'll have still pictures on our Twin Diggers Minnesota Facebook page. So that's all we got for now. I gotta put my coat
I know,
on.
it's getting cold.
Yeah. Thanks.
Take care, you guys.
Alrighty.
Bye.
Bye-bye. I'm getting chilled.